Hi Aries, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another love read. Let's see how the person that you're attached to is feeling now, Aries, how you're feeling about the situation, and what action we can expect in this connection. So let's begin. Welcome back all my subscribers and welcome in newcomers. Okay. Alright, newcomers, I'm setting down 2 sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies, etc. If this is your reading, Aries, you'll know which side you resonate best with, right? For me, this is going to be person A, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, 4 of Swords. Somebody is in deep thought. You guys could be in isolation at the moment. I do feel somebody is either not wanting to have any more third parties, or they are wondering how to make things work with you, or vice versa. This person is definitely thinking of a way to return. Okay? The other person, well, they feel that they've had their heart broken. I think somebody is looking forward to a long-term partnership or a commitment, but they feel that person just came and broke their heart. What's going to happen after that? Of course, I'm going to clarify these cards, Aries. Let's start with your dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other, what that would be, and then we'll clarify the rest. Aries and their person spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Aries and their person, if they could say something to each other now, spirit. Aries and their person. Aries and their person, spirit. Aries and their person. One more. Thank you. I'm going to take a few more Aries from another deck. Aries and their person, if they could say something to each other now, spirit, what would that be? I have a feeling you guys are not talking to each other. I think somebody's been waiting for a message or waiting for a return, but it hasn't happened yet, and they're getting kind of worried that their person has walked away. Alright, just a few more Aries from a third deck as well. Aries and their person. That's it. Let's begin the reading, Aries. And if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is in the description box below. You can reach me there. The first card says, we've come too far to give up on us. Let's start over. I really need your warmth and affection. I don't expect you to wait for me, but I hope you understand I need time. Please make time for me. I have an addiction. I want to marry you one day. I stalk you. It's still not over, boo. I want to talk to you, but I'm just scared. Please don't move on. I can feel your desire for me. The next card here, Aries, says, giving up and leaving just seems so much easier than to deal with any more pain. Will you marry me? No one else comes close to all the good things you've done for me. You're so much more attractive to me when you're empowered rather than when you're insecure. And the last one here, Aries, says, I imagine the type of person you'd want to be with, and that person is nothing like me. Alright, Aries, these were some of your messages. If these were resonating, let's start the reading with an angel blessing card. Let's see what my angels have for you today as a blessing, guidance, advice, or just a message. Aries. The card you get here, Aries, is look deeper. So even if the things are totally silent on the surface or calm and nothing is really moving, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Okay, like this is an angel sitting on a river or a pond or something, and the water's like glass, not moving. It's like totally stable and silent and like glass, like I said. But underwater, there's a lot of action happening. There's fish, and there's plant life, and there's a lot of action which you really can't see. So what Spirit is saying, just because everything looks quiet on the surface, and not that thing, that maybe this person is not reaching out, or there's one feels it's over or something. No, there's still a lot going on behind the scenes. So let's see what that is. I'm going to clarify these cards now, Aries. But first, I'm going to start with person A's energy. And newcomers, please don't get confused, okay? These are just two soul energies I'm picking up on. You and the person who's most connected to your energy right now. Could be a love interest, could be a spouse, could be a friend, could be a relative, I don't know. Somebody who's affecting your energy at this time, okay? Once you start hearing the reading, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on. And of course, these are not gender-based either. These are two souls interacting with each other, their emotions, and the most likely action. So person A, let's start with you. Three of Pentacles in reverse in your emotions. Three of Pentacles in... Oh. Okay. One more. Okay, so I think person A has been, they have a lot of admiration for the other person. They see the other person as the person that they want in their life for the rest of their life. Somebody who is beyond comparison. I mean, the Empress card is a card of fertility, growth, abundance, and all that. I think this person was waiting that maybe sooner or later there would be a reunion, but now they're realizing that nothing has moved. Nothing has moved. It's like that water in the pond, like everything is very smooth and nothing is and this person underwater is going through this upheaval of this emotions of a shock and a surprise that, oh my God, I thought that somebody as loving or so kind or whatever would sooner or later reach out, and then we could be a perfect power couple, like that. This is the emperor to the empress, right? So maybe they wanted to retain their power or whatever and said, I'm not going to reach out first. But the other person has always been the more loving or more compassionate or more giving. Sooner or later they're going to reach out and return, but now they're going through a huge shock. What's the shock all about, Spirit? What's the Tower? What's the Tower? That the other person has cut them out. Totally cut them out and said, I'm not going to take bullshit anymore. So I think person A was somewhere expecting the other person to reach out so that there could be a reunion, and then we can start again. We can be a power couple, we'll look good together, and we'll reunite and we'll have this lovely reunion. Now they're sitting on all this sadness and regret and sorrow because I think the other person switched up and said, you know what, I was very loving, I was very compassionate, I was all those things, but after this was like the final straw which broke the camel's back kind of a thing, and this person is realizing that. Six of Cups. What's the Six of Cups? Yes, this person was trying to manifest a return from the other person. It's like, yeah, I know we are soulmates, we were good friends, I'm sure they're going to return sooner or later, but now they feel things have been stagnant for so long that, they haven't been able to manifest that return. So Spirit, tell me, no, not Spirit. Person A, you tell me, why do you feel this way? Why do you feel that you're going through a tower? And tell me. King of Cups. King of Cups says, I made my decision a long time ago. I knew from the very beginning that person B was my choice. I did love them a lot, except, I was keeping my love a little hidden. I wasn't showing them all my cards, but I was waiting. I was in my hermit mode. I was waiting, secretly loving and crushing on them, hoping that sooner or later they're going to reach out and then we would start to take action. This is the message that they were waiting for, but, I don't think that happened. Page of Wands. What's the Page of Wands? King of Pentacles. See, I'm telling you, this person thought that the minute the other person reaches out, then I'll show them a new me. a new me who's ready for commitment, who's ready to, and that would also make them feel worthy, I guess. So Page of Wands, almost like it's almost like somebody wanted to be chased so that they would feel worthy, and then they would step up and know that the other person is really interested, so that they could then confidently go out and say, yes, I want to marry you, or something like that. Yeah, they were waiting for a long time for this message, so that they could be out of their stress and anxiety and tension of having to be the first one to reach out. But now they're realizing the other person is really not. I mean, maybe stop loving them as well. They're not stressed about them, right? And now they're scared that they've lost out on the biggest cup of love. Now they don't know how to come back and offer anything stable, because they feel that the other person who should have, according to them, been the first one to message them, has totally given up on them. Exhausted, tired, and said, I've tried too many times, I'm giving up now. I think this realization is what is giving person A huge tower at this time. Alright, so person A, tell me, how do you see the connection now, and how do you feel about person B? Person A says, I see them walking away from me, Omkaratarot. I see them walking away from me. I see them moving further and further as the days are going by. They are not interested. Yes, they have given up on me, and I really don't know what to do. I don't know. Yes, see, person A says they've turned their back on me. They've turned their back on me, and that's really making person A feel very, very, very insecure at this time. Ace of Swords in reverse. What was the lie? What's the Ace of Swords in reverse? Ace of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. I guess both of you are afraid to be the first ones to reach out and clear the air. Person A is... Person A is lying. I'm sorry to say that to you, person A, but I feel somewhere I think they're still sitting in their ego and their pride, being selfish, or just, they were wanting that attention from the other person. But because of this was lies. It wasn't that they were not interested. We saw that they wanted love. They always thought that this was a perfect match. This person was sitting only in their ego and pride. And what person is telling me now, that because I lied to them, pretending that I didn't want them, or had my ego and my pride or whatever, because I lied to them, now the other person has shut me off as well. Person is very afraid they've lost out on this partnership for good. Two of Cups in reverse. Am I right, person A? Anything else? Anything else before I move on to the other side? Yeah, they feel the other person is like pushing them away now. Has got their guard up and totally pushing them away. Alright, so what action person A will take, I will open later. First, I'm going to go to the other side, Aries, and see how person B is feeling. So person B, Three of Swords in your feelings. Three of Swords. Three of Swords is a card of heartache and pain. Yeah, the person B says, my person, they broke my heart. They didn't take any action, Omkaratarot. Things were stagnant for a very, 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 very long time, and they're still stagnant. And all they did was break my heart. I really thought that we would get married one day, or this was a soulmate connection. They would come and offer me long-term stability, partnership. I really, really did see that, but they just broke my heart by doing nothing. They just kept playing mind games with me, which we saw person A did, right? Person B says, yeah, they just made me feel like a loser. They made me feel I was not good enough, and they just wanted to win at all costs. It was like creating arguments and fights just so that they could trigger me or, win. So I think person B is kind of giving up on this hope now that there can be a happily ever after. I think person B is coming to terms with the fact that they might as well go at it single and abundant on their own. take care of own selves. Person B is just, not messaging them, not reaching out. And that's exactly what we saw person A saying, that, I was waiting for them to reach out and they haven't, and now I'm afraid I'm going through a tower. So person B, back to you. Sorry, I kind of went back to person A for a bit. Person B, tell me, why do you feel this way, that they broke your heart and, made you feel like a loser? Person B says, because that's exactly what they did. 5 of Swords in the upright. I mean, this is like a card of almost a narcissist, right? Somebody just wanting to win at all costs. It's like my way or the highway, and, I will decide what is to be, and you're not maybe good enough. I have other options, or whatever else they were saying. Person B says, I was thinking that they are sooner or later going to commit to me. All I got was disrespect from them. They made me feel as if I was not worth being a true partner to them. They really broke my, broke me. 5 of Swords. I think person B, in this time apart, has realized, I think they've been listening to their intuition. In this silent time between the two of you, person B has gone quiet, listening to their intuition. They've realized that things were very, very unfair. It wasn't fair to them, the way they were allowing themselves to be treated, right? So I think person B is the one who's getting unstuck from the situation because of the disrespect. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yep, because person B is now in the silent time realized their worth. It's like, I know what I bring to the table, Omkaratarot. I see myself from, a different perspective now that they are not around me. I look at myself in the mirror and through other people's lenses, and I see that I'm a good catch. I'm good looking, I earn money, I bring a lot to the table, I'm kind, I'm generous, I take, good care of myself, I take care of my loved ones, and they always made me feel the opposite. Okay, so person B, tell me, how do you see the connection now, and how do you feel about person A? So person B says, I see this connection as a very imbalanced one. They were breadcrumbing me, there was no partnership, there was unequal give and take, and all they did was be very rude to me and create fights with me and say mean, rude things, which always ended up in heartbreak. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, person B says that they turned out to be a King of Cups in reverse, which is a emotionally manipulative person who never opens up their emotions, who never reveals their true self, just wanted to keep me there in these mind games so I would not move on. Person B says, you know what, I've accepted that, and I am now accepting also that I have to take care of me. I've accepted I'm single. I have to focus on my work. I have to focus on living a good life. And yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm only moving towards my happiness right now, because this particular person, their communication skills were not very nice. They just were always fighting, always arguing for nothing. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, person B says, I actually, to Heart of Hearts, Omkaratarot, please tell them that I did see them at one time as an emperor. I did see them that they were going to be, the one who would take charge, who would take control. But look at this, time after time after time, they proved themselves to be very immature, just creating arguments and fights and, keeping things stuck, never really coming forward to offer me anything stable. So then what's the point? I decided I'm just going to take back control, take back power of my own life, and be the emperor of my own life now. Okay, so let's see what actions you guys will take now. And for this, I'm going to take another deck, Aries. And may I now please remind you, if you could just tap the like button. It helps the videos to circulate, I've been told, and makes me happy as well. Thank you. And newcomers, repeating viewers, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and join the Omkara family. We welcome you in. Alright, person A, let's start with you. Action from your end towards person B. or otherwise. Wheel of Fortune. This person is either waiting for the right time, or they do want things to move forward in a positive direction. Let's see. What's the Wheel of Fortune as action? Are you just waiting for the universe to do something? Sorry, 1 second. Well, I'll just shuffle it again. 1 second. Wheel of Fortune. Hermit, okay. Star. 7 of Cups. And the Tower. This person is going through a tower. They're very confused. I don't think this person is really making a move, but they could be put in a bit of a spiritual prison right now. The universe is doing this. This is the Tower again, second time for person A. And when the Tower comes in, it's not really, it's not really a man-made thing. A tower comes in when we don't take action. I think person A has been patiently waiting for time to go by. Maybe with time the other person will, reach out. Maybe with time things will heal. They've just been in hermit mode, wishing, praying. Even here I see a person with folded hands and praying, but not taking action. This person is going to go through a huge tower when they realize that their waiting has only given time to the other person, to see the world in a bigger lens, or maybe see many, many options in their life now. That's, I think, the tower they're going through, realizing that if they are not coming back, that means that they're checking out other options. I think that's the tower this person is going through, which the universe is kind of giving them a boom on their head and saying, how long are you just going to go sit there in hermit mode and wish and pray? We're not supposed to be, doing all the work. You're supposed to take action as well. And I think the realization that maybe it's too late, and by now I'm sure they have other options, is their tower. Okay, so person B, what about you? Okay, person A, do you mind if I ask you? Okay, they are just going through a tower. I don't think they're in any state right now to take any action, but now that I've asked, I'll ask them. Person A, what's this tower? What does this tower mean to you? Is it going to upset you, or is it going to propel you into taking action? And if so, what will that be? 9 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. No, I think this tower is just making them realize how much they want to work on this. They're seeing the other person in that. It's like when the fog clears and the sun comes out. This tower has actually, it's a tower, think of it like a tall building, and the sun is behind that, right? When the tower crumbles, the sun is visible. I think this person is truly seeing the other person now for what they mean to them. This is my soulmate, this is my twin flame, this is the partner whose hand I was supposed to hold and move forward. Seeing the other person is very confident, very attractive, very beautiful, and probably working with others. And that's the tower. Feeling that person B is so attractive now. They were supposed to be theirs, but now they're shining so bright. I'm sure by now they have other options. Okay, so this person right now is going through a lot of stress. This is stress, sleepless nights, anxiety, the thing that they were trying to avoid. This person was trying to avoid taking action because they didn't want stress and anxiety. And now they're realizing that not taking action has been the bigger stress. Okay, so person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise? Person B's action. 9 of Wands in reverse. I told you. Person B says, I have tried and I have tried and I have tried and I'm exhausted. I'm not going to try again this time, Omkaratarot. In fact, I'm so exhausted I'd rather just give up. And that's exactly what person B told me. They said, yeah, my person, they've turned their back, they're walking away and they seem to have given up on me. Okay, so tell me, explain this card to me, please, person B. 9 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. Action from your end towards person A or otherwise. Death, Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups. Yeah, person B is kind of accepting, yeah, this is the ending and I have to transform my life. I'm ready for a brand new beginning. It's time for me to move forward and yes, talk to new people. Who knows, out of all these new, endeavors or conversations, who knows, there will be that one new love who will come and offer me their full heart. Ace of Cups. This is a card of new love. This person B could be maybe talking to new people or at least trying to move their life along by, yes, communicating with new people, going out to parties maybe, or, communicating and hoping that sooner or later this brand new life will bring them a brand new love. Okay, so, but what about person A? Any action towards them? Any action towards person A? 10 of Wands. They packed their bags. Person B feels that this mountain is too high to climb, Omkaratarot. I've climbed many, many mountains to be with them, but this last one is just too much. I've already packed my bag. I'm giving up. Okay, so Spirit, tell me overall energy. Was the Four of Swords for Aries today? Who's in this Four of Swords and why? Four of Swords is a card of, when people used to go to battle and war and they used to dig their own grave and go, if they came back alive, they'd be expected to lie on that grave for some time to give thanks or think about all the horrors of the war and be grateful that they returned back in one piece. So, of course, in the other way, in a reading, I would also say this is a person who's wishing, praying, but not really taking action. They're just lying there and wishing. Okay, Four of Wands, Chariot, Queen of Pentacles. I told you, this is a person who's wishing. This is person A. They haven't taken action. That's their tower. Person A has been waiting for person B to come back so that then they can have this offer this Four of Wands or offer something stable. I think they've been waiting for the other person to chase them or come towards them because they've always seen the value and worth. They've always seen the other person as marriage material. They never told them. They never showed it. They were just being selfish, right? Or just wanting to be chased or looking for attention, I feel. Now the problem is they're not sure whether they're going to get a second chance. Alright, so that's what I have for you. Till next time then. Love and light, Aries. Take care. Namaste.